Hi, I'm Pastor Lutzer, and many of us are having the opportunity of touring Germany to learn about its history and the lessons that apply to us. Perhaps you've already noticed that we are very close to the Reichstag, what we could call the German Parliament. On it is written Dem Deutschen Volk, that is to say, for the German people. Some people debate whether or not when it was built and dedicated at the end of the 1800s, whether or not it was for the German people, but nonetheless, those are the words that are on it. But when we think of it, the most famous event that you and I consider is when it was burned in 1933. And Hitler, who had just become the Chancellor, he was the one then who spoke to the German people. They couldn't meet in the Reichstag after the fire, so he went to Potsdam, and there he gave a speech and basically was saying that it is necessary for him to exercise emergency powers and take away civil liberties. No longer freedom of assembly, no longer freedom of speech. Of course, from there, things began to deteriorate, and pretty soon what you have is a situation in which the dictator took over everything, including the courts, and the implications of that are absolutely huge. Now, who burned the Reichstag? Well, there are many historians who think that Hitler himself, his men, probably helped in the process. There was a man by the name of Martin van der Lubbe who was responsible, actually. He crawled into the basement, poured some flammable material there, and lit it. But here's the takeaway. When people are confronted with chaos on one side or law and order on the other, they will always choose law and order. That's why when it comes to dictatorship, a crisis is absolutely important. Germany was in crisis. There was high inflation, of course, after the war. There were all of these problems. The Weimar Republic was beginning to crumble. And so they turned to someone whom they thought would grant them what they needed. A whole new identity, a whole new sense of nationalism, a whole new sense of purpose. And for that, they were willing to give up their freedoms. Why? Because it is better to give up your freedoms and have bread than it is to have freedom and starve. Great lesson from history right here at the Reichstag in Berlin, Germany. Thank you so much for joining us today. God bless you. You have a good day all day. Thank you.